Elliott O'Donnell was a noted British ghost hunter and journalist. He was born in 1872 in Clifton, the son of Reverend Henry O'Donnell and Elizabeth Mousley Annie Harrison. He attended Clifton College, Bristol and the Queen's Service Academy in Dublin. He worked on a cattle range in Oregon and as a schoolmaster and actor when back in England. In 1904 he published his first book, For Satan's Sake. In 1905 he married Ada O'Donnell. He died in 1965 at the Grosvenor Nursing Home in Clevedon. He wrote over 50 books, mainly on supposedly real hauntings, as well as performed lectures and appeared on TV and radio talking about the subject. He was very popular in his day, but his non-fiction work on ghosts has largely fallen into obscurity. We will cover his 1952 The Dead Riders. We see Burke Blake, sailor and traveller, talking with Professor Newsom and Professor Shanlung about Newsom's upcoming expedition to the Gobi Desert. Burke wants to join Newsom, whose life he saved the other day, to secretly push him to look for the treasure hoard left in the tomb of Genghis Khan. Burke is down on his luck and wants a big final score to finally settle down. As they travel, Fo Lin, their guide, keeps taking passive-aggressive jabs at Burke, as Lin suspects him of having murdered a pawnbroker in Beijing. As they get further into the desert, Burke keeps hearing strange unearthly shrieks that tear through the night that resemble nothing on this earth and leave him utterly terrified. Then one day they are wiped out by a sandstorm and Burke is the only survivor. He is found by 4 explorers, coincidentally also looking for Genghis Khan's treasure, but they are soon captured by the native Lavonan people of the desert who serve the terrible Shadnarana and his army of dead riders, who torture them to make them accept the divinity of Satan. Burke escapes but leaves the 2 survivors, Eklund and Drew, behind. And this is where the novel goes downhill. Going from the Gobi Desert to London and its environs is bad enough, but the second half of the novel is all about Burke going to dinners and dances with either one of the 3 sisters of his friend Garnet Dean, on whose behalf he is researching satanic organizations in England. Not that that ever goes anywhere, Garnet's whole organization never doing anything, as Burke keeps going back and forth between which one of Garnet's sisters he actually loves over and over. He does witness a witch's coven in a dreary moorland, but then he's back to dealing with the Dean sisters, and how the coven has pictures of them taking part in their ceremonies naked. So Burke goes to the house where the coven has its headquarters about 6 or 7 different times, always sneaking through the same window to discover Eklund pretending to be Drew controlling the whole coven. In the meantime he asks Pat Dean to marry him, and her brother forbids him to ever talk to her again. And you'd think her being planned to be abducted by the coven means this subplot will be resolved, but nope. Eklund's lover refuses to kidnap the girl and she never shows up again. Instead, Fo Lin shows up out of nowhere and alive, and as a member of a secret organization not mentioned until 4 pages before the end of the book, and kills Eklund by setting him on fire. Yes, the Dead Riders of the title and their terrible leader do not feature in the climax or the entire second half of the book at all. Everything is either not resolved or resolved with no build-up in a page or 2, the second half utterly failing and ruining the novel.